Ah, so your little brother made you clean out the attic again. You hate doing this. But when you open that dusty trunk in the corner, you might find something that makes it all worth it. A brand new adventure awaits. So you're up in the attic. There's only one window up here and it's nailed shut. You can just barely see through the grime on the glass. The air is thick with dust. You should probably wear a mask. But where are your gloves? You can't remember. Suit yourself. You really need to get this stuff downstairs. At the far end of the attic, behind some old furniture, you can just make out the shape of a large trunk. It's covered in cobwebs, and you think maybe you could use a bigger flashlight. Then you see something move. A bit more light reveals a furry clawed hand dragging itself out of the trunk. And before you can run, it yanks its hand back inside with a loud slam. You hear shuffling noises followed by a deep voice. "Who's there?" you ask. The voice growls. "Who's asking?" You push your flashlight through the gaps in the boards and suddenly the lid flies open and a pair of glowing, yellow eyes stare back at you. Screaming, you take off running. You dash down the stairs, not daring to look over your shoulder to see if whatever was in that trunk is following you. You race through the house, not stopping until you burst through the front door and into the safety of the street. As you turn around to make sure nothing is following you, you see something standing in the middle of the road. It's the creature from the trunk. Whatever it is, it looks even stranger outside. Its fur is matted and dirty. One ear is torn, and it has a long gash across its face. The most unsettling thing, though, is that it walks on two hind legs like a person. Then it stops. It looks directly at you with those glowing eyes, and then turns and disappears down a dark alley. Would you call after it? But what would you say? What do you do? Well, if you went back into the house, you'd probably have to go back up into that attic and finish cleaning it out. And you'd probably need your flashlight. Oh no. Your flashlight flickers and dies. Suddenly, the attic seems a lot less inviting. With great effort, you pull yourself toward the stairs and begin to climb. The trunk isn't where you left it. It's been moved closer to the window, which you realize you can just barely open with your hands. The lock is broken. You can feel the wind from outside on your skin, but you don't dare look out the window. The voice speaks again. What brings you back? You call out. I don't like being in the dark, you admit. The voice chuckles. Ah, I see. So you brought me a light. You hesitate. Is that what you wanted? The voice is uncharacteristically quiet for a moment. Yes, it says. I have been waiting for someone to bring me a light for a very long time. You can hear the sadness in its voice. You carefully push open the window. Here, you say, tossing your flashlight up into the attic window. The creature reaches out with a clawed hand and catches it. Thank you, it says. You can see its silhouette against the dim light of the moon. It takes a step back from the window, revealing a small, frightened face with big amber eyes. You gasp. It's just a kid. He looks about 9 years old, maybe younger. His hair is long and stringy, and he's wearing yesterday's clothes. A shiver runs down your spine. Where did he come from? How long has he been up here? Kid steps back into the darkness, and you can't help calling out, Hey, where did you come from? Are you in my attic? Only silence answers you. And you know that whatever is going on, you're not going to get any answers up here. Taking a deep breath, you turn and leave the attic. You decide to leave the flashlight up there with him. You'll tell your parents about the attic window tomorrow. For now it's late, and you have to get to bed. Just as you're drifting off to sleep, you hear a knock at your window. Sit up in bed, heart pounding. Who could be out walking around this late? Maybe it's just the wind. You listen. Another knock, and another. Whoever it is seems to be trying to get your attention. Curiosity gets the better of you, and you throw back your covers and go to the window. Outside, you see a familiar figure. It's the kid from the attic. Except now, he doesn't look scared at all. He's smiling, and in his hand, he's holding your flashlight. He flips the switch, and the beam shoots up toward the sky. Come play with me, he calls. You hesitate? How about we play a game first? You ask. The kid looks disappointed. What kind of game, you ask? He thinks for a moment. Hide and seek, he says finally. And before you can say yes or no, he disappears. You look around. Where did he go? Well, he can't have gone far. You start to search for him. You look under the bed, in the closet, behind the curtains. You even check in between your dresser and the wall. But the kid is nowhere to be found. Then you notice something on your desk. A small, intricately carved wooden box. It looks old, like something you'd find in an antique store. You don't remember seeing it before, but you recognize the carving on the lid. It's the same pattern of vines and leaves that were on the blanket the kid had been hiding under in the attic. You lift the lid and a smile slowly spreads across your face. This is going to be so much fun. After a while, you hear a knock on the window. You look up and see the kid grinning down at you. Ready to play hide and seek? You shout back almost. You call. You grab the box and hurry to the window. Got it. You shout and toss it out onto the grass below. The kid reaches out to catch it, but it's too heavy for him. It hits the ground with a thud, and the window starts to glow. The kid screams, "No, stop, it's too bright." The glow is coming from the box. It's emitting a blinding white light. You're worried about the kid, but you're also afraid to go near the box. It feels like you can hear the light humming. Then it happens again. The box glows brightly and the kid cries out. When the light fades, the box is gone, and the kid is nowhere to be seen. You search the yard, but he's not anywhere around. It's disappointed. You trudge back to your room. You don't want to play anymore. As you get into bed, you hear another knock. This time it's coming from your closet. You jump out of bed and fling open the door. Inside, you find a small wooden box. Open it and see a single, brightly shining flashlight. You pick it up and notice how smooth and cool it is to the touch. You flick the switch and it lights up your closet with a soft, inviting glow. And that's when you hear a small voice. "Do you want to play a game?" you ask. "Sure," the voice replies. "Let's play hide and seek." And as you close the closet door, you can just barely make out the faint outline of a boy hiding behind your dresser. Ready or not, here I come.